What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? This your boy 49er Dion here, back with another quick video. So just as y'all did, just to let y'all know, I'm on the channel constantly trying to drop content, letting y'all know what's going on and keeping y'all up to date on any and everything 49ers, and definitely with the NFL. Definitely hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right into it. This video is going to be for the NFL. So I just got a notification from ESPN that states that the 90-man roster will be shrunk down. So they are thinking about putting the roster to 75 to 80 players. They did already shrink the preseason down to 2 games. So games 2 and 3 will be played. Games 1 and 4 have been removed. So the thing with this is this automatically cuts a lot of people. So without even possibly being able to evaluate these people or even see them in a preseason game and see what they're possibly, what they may have as far as abilities are concerned, they're going to have to just slice and dice. And there may be some players that you might like that get cut. There may be some players that just don't even get the opportunity. But due to the unfortunate situation with the coronavirus, the league has saw fit that they will go ahead and they will shrink those rosters. It could be down to 75 to 80 players only reporting for training camp to try to contain everything as much as possible and keep the plans ongoing to be able to start the season on time. So it's frustrating for some players. It's frustrating for us as fans because we would love to see some guys and see what they can do. But at the end of the day, the safety of those people is paramount, to anything else. So it's definitely unfortunate because you don't want people to just get cut without even getting a shot. What about all those undrafted free agents? You know what I mean? Outside of the people that were drafted, how do you pick and choose who you're going to keep? The only thing you really have to go off of is basically scouting tape. You can run through their tape as much as you like. So I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh and all the position coaches are running through a lot of these players going, who the heck are we going to cut? Who are we going to drop? We have a 90-man roster, and we need to know who these guys are that we're going to have to automatically let go of or put on the practice squad. By the way, the practice squad could be pushed from 16 players up to 20 because the 53-man roster is still 53 men, but there are 48 people active instead of 46 now. So you can bring 2 people up from the practice squad a week to be able to supplement for that, basically. But it's really unfortunate, guys. But the amount of people is, as far as training camp is concerned, will no longer be 90 as of this season. I'm not saying it's going into next season, just this season. They're going to have at least a 75 to 80 man roster from what I was reading, and you will be able to once again sign practice squad players and get those guys there, but that's going to be pretty hard, man, to be able to have those dudes. So you'll probably see a lot of players wind up getting stashed on the practice squad that they like because they want to make sure that these guys are able to have a fair shot at making the team. And the reason I state that is because we picked up a lot of people that we probably want to keep, and there are some people that are just going to wind up, unfortunately, being expendable. There are a lot of names that you hear as far as people that are signed to the squad where you're like, who the fuck is that? So those who the fuck is that people are usually going to wind up being the guys that get cut. There's a couple of linemen. I don't even know who they are. I think our receiving room will definitely be shrunk down. So probably, unfortunately for Chris Thompson and Sean Poindexter, those guys might not have a shot because you're going to have to shrink down the roster room. And we have a ton of receivers already. Even with Richie James being hurt with his wrist and Debo being hurt with his foot, there's still a ton of receivers on the team, but it's basically just a situation where they made the decision to be able to shrink those rosters down. Now for the 49ers, the other issue that we have is we haven't even been allowed back in the building, people. I don't know if you know that, but the city of Santa Clara for some reason just hates Jed York. I don't know why. but they are not working with us in any way, shape, or form, or letting us back in the fucking building. All the other 31 NFL teams have been allowed back in their buildings. Coaches are there. They are able to go in and out of the building. We cannot do that, people. Santa Clara is not fucking with Jed York. Why? I don't know. I don't know what their problem is or what the issue is, but they need to get that fixed, because other than that, we won't even be able to play. We won't be able to practice. We literally are going to have to start holding games at another place in another facility just because Santa Clara wants to be, shitty about things. But, the whole point of this video is to let you guys know the 90-man roster that normally goes into training camp, not going to be 90 anymore. It's 75 to 80. So we will see some preemptive cuts, and maybe it'll be of guys we haven't even seen yet that we would like to see. And once again, all the information that they have on them is based off of scouting, is based off of college tape, is based off of knowledge of the player. So to those players out there, I feel bad because you're not getting a fair shot at making a team, and there may be some gems, some diamonds in the rough that we wind up passing over just because we couldn't keep all those dudes. But at the end of the day, we got to keep the core players, got to keep the squad together, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna hit y'all with another video. I've been thinking about doing this, and it's just a video as far as a comparison between Bill Walsh and Kyle Shanahan. I know that the last time we had a coach that kind of gave us a Bill Walsh feel was Jim Harbaugh because of all those years of winning that we had. But I think the difference between Harbaugh and Kyle Shanahan is Shanahan is more of an offensive genius, where Harbaugh was more like a quarterback whisperer. When Adams went down and Cap came in, it was all Cap, and he was just doing everything he possibly could until the last year where the wheels fell off, and it became a situation where it just wasn't good for Balky and it wasn't good for Harbaugh, and we don't want to go back into that. But once again, guys, 75 to 80 people in training camp, no longer 90. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.